Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first installment of Dota 2 Weekly. Joining me today is, what do I call you, Victor?
Sure, or Tracer, whichever
Mr.
one.
Tracer, there we go. Armin, or what are we going to call?
Marco.
I'm going to call you Marco Polo.
Yeah. Hello.
Tally,
Hi.
or Eli, and Bennett, also known as Jordan. There's
Damn
our
it, I
vice
was hoping
person.
you wouldn't remember my real name.
At least I didn't use your last name.
Advanced.
Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into this and get started. I think first we're going to talk about the North American Qualifiers.
They were a thing.
So they happened.
They did happen.
They were actually pretty good. They were rather entertaining, I'll have to say.
Yeah, the ones I did see were actually really good.
There was a lot of stomping until the end.
Yeah, it went kind of overboard later.
Well, I think
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
I think the big news about that was North American Rejects trumping Team Liquid, which was only amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking Liquid was going to win.
Yeah, it was quite close.
Well, I mean, really the whole thing was like the battle of who used to be on Liquid.
Pretty much.
That's what
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what the qualifiers were for Americas. Liquid last year broke up, and people kind of went everywhere for that team, and we thought SNA was going to do pretty well. We thought NAR might do okay. We thought Liquid was going to do better themselves, but
Well, I think I went into this screaming about how bad they did in the Summit, Beyond the Summit. So we kind of expected a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, did they even make it to the Beyond the Summit grand whatever's?
Finals?
Yeah, the finals in Vegas. So
Really?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
So Team Liquid, what was it? Actually made it to the finals of the qualifiers and got second place on a 3-2, or what was it? No, they beat SNA, and then they got beat by North American Rejects by 3-2, which was actually pretty epic.
Yeah, it was quite close games.
So now,
Very close.
but now Liquid still has to fight to actually be in the international. Well, North American Rejects are already in.
Mm-hmm.
now what do you think, everybody, for their chances of actually doing well in the international? I mean, the qualifiers are one thing, but when you put them up against the rest of the top 16 teams,
And
I'm just not sure that I think.
I don't know. I'm not sure either.
Well, last year Orange was like going into the Asia qualifiers. Orange was in the
I think it's third place.
international, and they did pretty well.
They did.
Yeah,
and
they did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, this year we all get to Orange. I don't think that we're going to see as good a play of them as we did last year. But I don't know. Looking at what I've seen out of NAR and Liquid, I'm not overly impressed yet by what I think they're going to do in the international league for the actual event.
Yeah, it depends.
We're gonna have to see how the other teams that are like I think 10 teams that are already in there do.
Yeah, it's true. So I mean, I'm pulling up a page right here for the NAR versus Liquid stuff, and kind of looking over the heroes that they picked, and the bans, and I'm seeing some consistency. Where we're seeing a lot of Disruptor, Shadow Demon on every pick for NAR except for the last game. So I'm thinking that that's going to play a huge role for the rest of the tournament, like all the way down to the international, is some specific types of disruption. There's just too many hard carries that wind up, you need a way to just eliminate them from the fights.
Yeah, and since you had that Shadow Demon ult that slows through BKB, it's good.
Yeah, like he's in every game on this. Yeah, no, he's in every game of the last 5.
He's a high tier support now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, did anybody actually get to see the final game?
Yeah, I watched it.
It was only like 18 minutes.
Yeah, it was kind of a raffle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of a stomp.
But I believe, what was it? Team Liquid took the second and fourth, and then NAR took, one first, third, and fifth, I believe?
It went 1, 3, 5 for NAR, 2 and 4 for Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's pretty good. NAR, does anybody have NAR's roster? I believe we,
Yeah, I have it up here.
is that, isn't it?
Sneaking, Brax, Frogged, Korak, 1437, and then Dismac as well. They have people who rotate out, obviously.
And how many of those were from Team Liquid last year?
Korok, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just Korok.
Well, we talked about how Team Liquid disbanded and everybody went to NAR, so Korok.
Well, not just NAR. It was Sneaky Nick. So
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Because they-
Mike and Fluff and stuff.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's what I was looking for. So beyond that, the stats, which I'm posting up here. Let's see if I can find them. Damn. Here are NAR trumps Liquid. World's slowest internet ever. Alright. So we were talking about the consistencies of Shadow Demon and all that, which was way too, if I'm not mistaken, right? For the most part.
Was it way too?
For the most part,
Fog played Shadow Demon most of the time.
yeah, it was Fog.
Yeah,
most
it was
of the
Fog.
time. When Liquid got him, though, it was way too sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess what I'm wondering is, so you think Shadow Demon's going to be like the new top tier?
For sure. I do.
Yeah, currently
He's
That's what
often comboed with Marana, and
as we see.
yeah, that it's just been a really, really strong lane. I believe pretty much they win that lane all the time, from what I've seen.
And it's completely valid because nobody can screw with you, right? It's you come in on the Shadow Demon, the Marana is either gonna at 6 she's gonna ult and everybody's gonna get away, or she's just gonna stun you, and she's a contender on her own for right click damage to just you don't really want to stay and bash with her if you're gonna try to take out Shadow Demon. If you
Yeah.
don't keep him locked down, he's just gonna disrupt himself. If you try to go after Marana, he's gonna disrupt Marana, and then you're dealing with even more right click damage from all of the illusions. It's a ridiculously strong lane, not to mention setting
Yeah.
up spears.
And they have a lot of like early game nuke damage that will just
Push waves.
Yeah.
So overall, I think you're going to continue to see that combo. I mean, kind of go through. We can look through some of the Southeast Asia qualifiers, see if it's been played more there. But in North America, it was like every game.
Yeah,
Marana.
that's what concerns me because we're probably gonna see an influx of different strats just because they're from Asia.
hmm
Not to be racist, but yeah, they just have different strats.
Not to be racist, but
another
Yeah.
support that was in a lot of the games up until near the end was Treant, who either stomped or just
Got
got
banned.
destroyed.
Yeah,
Well,
and also usually gets banned.
He was first banned by NAR in every game in the grand finals.
I
Yeah, they didn't
honestly
want to
think
look at it.
Treant was probably a little over banned. Because I saw a lot of games, especially on some of the other teams, like CNB and stuff like that, where they were picking Treant all the time, and then they'd lose.
Yeah, I believe there were a lot of games where Treant lost, but then there were some of them where that nobody could just catch ground. Once Treant and the rest of the team started pushing, they had the entire tier 3s while the rest of the Treant team had no towers down.
I agree, and of course it's that heal on towers that always seems to make a big difference.
Yeah, it also makes a difference in fights. If someone gets ganked, that can be the meaning of life or death.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, going from here, what else do we have? The South Asia Qualifiers, which are wrapping up today or tomorrow, I believe.
It's tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow.
I think they finished their round robin.
Yeah, they just finished the first round of games. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
It's the lower bracket winners that have to play off now to see who will take on Arrow for the final.
Yeah, Arrow. Who are these guys exactly? I've never heard of them. I've never seen them, and they come in and they just rip people apart. Apparently.
Let's see, Aero Gaming. Lance, Ozun, Zigzag, that's Johnny. I have not heard of them before.
I know they are a Malaysian team.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole team founded in January of this year, as far as it goes. They had one player who was with them until March, who's now gone, and they replaced him with Johnny. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I know nothing about these guys. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they're coming in pretty
They've
hard.
only had 2 events so far. They got second in each, with the Joint Dota League and the AOC Pro Cup.
And one of those was to Orange, right? They lost to
Mhm.
Orange 3-2 or something like that, which is just funny that now they're coming into this event. So I don't know if, well, I'm assuming they went to a house and they've been training for the game in one of the gamer houses, but man, they've been putting work together for sure.
Yeah, they've been playing really well.
Yeah, they have. Raffle stomping most of the games. Who did they beat? They beat Orange quite convincingly as well.
So, as of today, they are 7-2, along with MVP.
Who they beat, if I'm not
MVP
mistaken.
Phoenix. I'm assuming they're not from Arizona, though.
Yeah,
Probably not.
yeah.
MVP's been a team for a while, hasn't he?
I
Yeah.
haven't heard much out of them either, though. I know they've been around for a while. They're a Korean team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
All right, let's see here.
Wasn't that the team that Demon joined and won one of the KDO
MVP.
tournaments? MVP, or just one of the teams that play MVP?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure we can have the stats on that. What about you, Victor? Do you have any idea? Big
was
analytics
that?
guy.
Demon has not been on MVP.
Okay.
Oh
there we
no,
go.
sorry, he was until
Yeah, he
January
was.
7th of 2014.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
won
he's
one of
on
the KDO.
Team Dog now? Or
Yeah,
no,
what?
he's on Liquid right now.
oh, he is on that?
Yeah.
There you go. He's on. Wait, he's on Team
Eh.
Liquid.
It
Yeah,
is
he's on
almost
Liquid.
it is almost impossible to follow these players around. They jump teams so often.
Well, unless you're
Uh,
like the top tier teams.
What? Navi and
Well, but
Alliance.
even Navi, like maybe Navi's done it less, but you can still look and say that they dropped 2 players and picked up 2 players last year, right? And that was kind of a big upset because they poached players from other teams when they grabbed Kuroki and
yeah.
right. So
Hmm.
yeah, well, either way.
I agree. So, just sitting here looking at some of these, South Asia qualifying teams or qualifier teams. One of these things are not like the other. Anybody know what I'm going to start talking about now?
You're going to talk about Zephyr.
Yes, Team Zephyr with Purge.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
so Purge.
You're going to talk about Purge and the boys.
Mm-hmm. Purge and the girls, as it were. So, sitting here looking, they went 3-6, so they actually beat somebody. I'm not sure who. Armin, didn't you watch a majority of those?
I watched the majority of those. Let's see. They beat First Departure quite convincingly. They lost versus Most. They did beat Exoration and Sight Gaming, but they got Raffle stomped most of the other games.
Wasn't Scythe the big one that everybody was expecting to sweep the qualifiers?
I don't think so.
If you would first glance, I would have told you Orange was going to do it because of their performance last year, right? But
Yeah, but the only
Yeah.
problem with Orange is that they have fallen apart. I can't believe they didn't even make it into the top 2 or top 3.
They actually made third. They actually did third place.
I thought
They
they
got
took fourth over Myth.
well,
And,
they're according to the rankings now, they're 5th.
Yeah, 5th, and Mineski. I remember Mineski beating them yesterday.
Yeah.
And talking about Orange, when is it ever a good idea to take all your people in a game you have to win in under
Yeah.
50 minutes and just throw them?
At middle racks.
Yeah, just throw them in middle racks.
Over.
Well, I think somebody forgot to tell them that when people die in this game, that their
They're
bodies aren't their bodies aren't left behind for you to form a ramp to run into the enemy base. Guys, I think that's what they were going for, and it just didn't work out.
Wow. So, did anybody else see that game against Mineski?
Yeah. All I
Yeah.
can say is major misplays, especially on the Juggus part.
Well, on both teams, to be honest, though, because Mineske should have had that game way earlier. Like, they had pushed into Tier 3 within 20 minutes or something like that, and then just lost a bunch of team fights that gave Orange a chance to throw their bodies at the walls of their fortress. And then they proceeded to do so for 50 minutes. Like, I don't even know what was going on that game. It was kind of bizarre to watch.
Yeah, I think it was pretty ridiculous. I mean, what is it? Mineski did end up winning, of course.
Yeah.
And bumping Orange out. But last year, Orange did pretty good at the internationals.
Very good.
Yeah, but that was the international. And this is the qualifiers with many new teams. They weren't prepared. That's all I can say.
Apparently
they didn't have Moshi. That was why.
You think that's the decider right there, is Moshi?
I don't know really. I haven't seen much of their games, sadly. I've not had the time.
Well, I guess I somewhat agree with you. Let's see here. So, back to Zephyr and all that. You guys feel like they should otherwise be a part of the South Asia Qualifiers?
I don't know. I
mean,
I'm conflicted.
Who would be in their place?
Any other team that is from South Asia?
I mean, they've been stomping a lot of the people that other tournaments that they're in. They've been, first, second.
They've been doing really good. But
Well, and I guess what 6 Point more is like you're looking at 4 guys from the U.S. and then I don't even. Yeah. Oh, no, is he even?
Yeah, I was
No,
just about to say.
Bambo is French, I thought.
Yes, Netherlands, actually. But yes.
Oh, so there you go. So you got 1 guy from Netherlands, 4 guys from the U.S. who moved to South Korea, and now a Southeast Asian team that might otherwise have been in the qualifiers gets punted because these Americans and they come to the country, and now we're in Southeast Asia, right?
Right. And
Well, they did relocate just to be in the scene. They didn't necessarily expect to be in the
this
international.
isn't StarCraft 2 either, though. Why'd you move to South Korea? Your ass should be in China. Like, I would understand if they moved to China and were in like the Chinese qualifiers. But
Well, they moved there because like Blitz's team like just fell apart almost immediately after he moved there because he wanted to compete in Korea.
Mhm.
So like those 4 other guys, which are like, and the 5 of them are all really close friends. They
Yes.
went over there to make a team.
Together.
Yeah.
And so far, it's been successful for them.
there are 5 of us. I say we move to Iran.
No.
Iran.
Well,
We're
it makes
gonna start
it makes as much sense, doesn't it?
We're gonna start the Central Asian League.
See,
It'll just be our team.
the thing is, Team Zephyr, if they were in America, they wouldn't have been in the international. Well, here now they have a chance at the. I mean,
They
invited
had
to the
a
international.
chance.
Well, but that's the thing. Do they really have a chance?
Well, they're
Well, no,
not.
they
I don't
don't.
think they're gonna make it to
They
the.
don't have one now. They don't have one now. They had one.
They
They
had-
didn't.
They had a chance fighting Korean teams, but it seems like they don't have a chance on an international level. Yeah.
No, and they didn't expect to either.
Like I said, man, we'll move to Iran and we'll start the Central Asia. Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
we'll be at the
let's-
top.
Let's be honest. The only reason that Zephyr winds up being a notable name is because of Purge and all of his
Yes.
broadcasts and things like that. It's
Mhm.
I wouldn't ever look at the team and be like, man, I expect those guys to do really, really super well.
No,
It's
it's
just
just
everybody
Purge.
knows who Purge is.
Well,
No,
it's
yeah.
like
I mean,
having.
and they say themselves that they weren't expecting it. They're like happy
Yeah.
that they got the invite.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like having Husky StarCraft move to some random country with 4 other people.
Serbia, like right here.
Yeah, move to Serbia and then try to start a team. I mean, it's just, I get it, but I don't get it. I still think that if you're going to do it in the country that you're in. Because they
Fair enough.
feel like they
I
kind of
guess.
screwed the pooch a little bit. So, I think the Chinese qualifiers are going to be really big. Speaking
Yeah,
of
that's gonna be
They are sadly only going to be broadcasted during LANs.
what?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. To make it more, if I remember correctly, to make it more exciting, they wanted to keep it on a LAN.
Huh. Interesting.
So,
I
how
mean-
is that going to work?
Well, I guess we'll be able to check the stats and whatnot, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of talent coming out of the China qualifiers. Like,
LGD. What do
Tong
you
Fu. LGD again.
Well, they have 2 LGD teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Did the women's team make it to the qualifiers?
I don't know.
Do
Maybe.
not know.
Both LGDs are in the China qualifiers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean last year they had the international team and the regular LGD team and the international. So I mean it's possible. I just don't know who this other LGD team is.
LGD, CDEC,
Let's just
and
check.
RGD.
Yeah.
Tong Fu is the name I remember from last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tongfu was in last year, and they had a showing. So I mean, that's what I mean. Is I think the China. Well, I mean, it's China Dota as well, though. That's the problem. It's going to be a lot of really late game. It's going to be a lot of farm, and it's going to be a lot of 4 protect 1 sort of thing going on. So
And a lot of Roche fights.
A
yeah,
lot of Roche fights.
A lot of Russians.
Well, that's the thing though. We're not going to be able to watch them. Is that kind of?
Is that what they're saying, or they're just gonna do it over? Like,
Mm.
are they gonna just have like a little tournament thing that they'll just stream, or have the game still playing, but the thing will actually be?
Shouldn't they
In
have it
a
in
LAN.
the client? Like, that should still have it in the client, right? So
Yeah,
that
it should
you
still
can
be in the
watch.
client and everything.
Well, then there shouldn't be an issue. So
No, I mean it's just gonna be over LAN, which I mean that's what the international is gonna be anyways.
yeah.
Yes,
So,
make no difference for them.
yeah. So for your
I
average viewer,
I remember, I don't know which game it was, but didn't one player disconnect because of a storm and wasn't there for like more than half an hour?
Oh, I remember hearing about this. I can't remember the team, but they kept playing and refused to GG for the longest time.
Yeah, even though they were one teammate down, they tried so hard, and I respect them for that.
I can't remember who that was. I thought that was
I respect them, but I can't remember their name.
Exactly.
I don't respect them enough to remember them.
No, I haven't gotten to that point. I've been going through the last or all the matches.
No, this was pre-qualifiers, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
I'm really not excited till I see Europe, anyways.
Yeah,
Like,
Europe's gonna be interesting.
I'm a fanboy. What can I say? But watching Alliance, watching Navi, like they just,
Same here,
if nothing else, they're highly entertaining to watch.
especially Dundee.
You can't refute that China
Biggest
Dota
troll.
wins games, but European Dota is fun to watch.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
true. They proved it last year.
Yep. No, they
Yeah,
did.
I mean China might win, but obviously something's happening or something about what the Alliance and Navi are doing. I mean, got them the wins and first and second place for the last 2 years.
Well, like
It's kind
And
of
then then they were just followed by the Chinese people.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing about the Europe qualifiers. Rock's Kiss is in there, which I see doing pretty good.
So is Virtus Pro.
Yep, Virtus Pro.
Virtus Pro, of course, and
Mouse
Power
Sports.
Rangers, which is Mouse.
I have hope in them. They're a new team, relatively, and they've proven themselves time and time again.
Yeah, I definitely think that Power Rangers have a chance. And you said Mouse Sports in there?
Yeah, Mouse is down.
Yeah, Mouse is there.
What team got picked up by Mouse?
Mm,
Oh wait, was that a
Yeah.
dog? Pretty sure it's Team Dog that got picked up by Mouse.
Might be.
Check.
all the amazing guessing going on. Yeah, Team Dog. So,
That's what I thought.
someone pull up.
Yeah, Team Dog got picked up by Mouse. Yeah.
So
Okay.
on a side note of all this, how about that Compendium this year?
Jeez.
Like holy smokes! Talk
They
about
gave you
prize
a lot.
pools.
Holy
Yeah.
money, Batman.
Well, that's the thing. I think that the prize pool, like they're definitely gonna have to do new stretch goals or extend them.
Yeah.
What are we?
Yeah.
We're up to $5,716,098.
Who was it that was saying that they
Before
can
this
literally?
tournament.
The
Highest
International
that was-
3.
Yeah, the international fee. It
So it
was
was the
like
International 3. Do you know what it was though?
Like before.
3 million, almost 4 million, I believe.
2.874 million.
Oh,
So
right.
between 8 teams and 40 players, that was about $3 million in prizes.
Mhm.
We're already at $5 million for prizes. That makes this tournament worth as much as TI13, LoL Season 3 World Champions,
Oh my
and
God.
almost LoL Season 2 World Champions put together. The other top 3 tournaments in the gaming world, this one tournament's going to be worth just as much as the rest of those.
Combined, right?
Yeah.
Combined.
Yeah.
So we're
And
talking
maybe
about.
even more.
Yeah, it's not even like we still have how many days to the international?
Like a good 70-something days.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
Yeah, it's like 70, 71.
so we're
Like
talking
we have 60
about an
days before
absurd
picks are
amount.
closed.
So think about that, and we're at like five and a half. We might as well say 5.5 million.
We're at 5.7.
5.7.
Yeah.
Okay. So at 5.7 million, and we're going to be sitting here for 70 something more days. I mean, I
Yeah, it was
can't
like
even
what,
imagine.
2 weeks? It was like only 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Less. I think it was only like 10 days, 11 days now.
Valve's gonna have to get creative with their new stretch goals.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
waiting on what? Vic, do you have some of the stretch goals?
I have them right here.
Yeah, I have them all here.
Okay,
Yes,
so
I
the
know.
stretch goals are... The first one we got was Battle Points Evolver. That's regular. Then we got the loading screens. Then ownerships of hero, so we can pick Arcanas.
Yep.
Or
Mhm.
suggest to pick Arcanas. The HUD.
Which we've
the
got.
bill- yeah, we got that. The Solo Championship voting, so we did that. The all random deathmatch game mode, that will be
Gonna be
implemented.
fun.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
The treasure containing immortal item.
Still haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not yet. A
Next
new set
update.
of emoticons for Dota 2.
Not that yet.
I don't even know how that's gonna be useful though.
I don't know. Mini Pudge career.
Yay.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
New music pack for Dota 2.
I'm actually
That'll
really
be
excited
interesting.
for that one. Like, I turned the music off a long time ago after, 100 games of listening to the music. It was like, whatever.
I
So-
never have the music going.
Yeah.
It distracts
Same.
me.
It distracts me too much.
Fair enough.
Then the 1v1 mid lane only matchup.
That'll
I
be
think
fun.
that'll be fun.
Now
That'll be
that
fun
will
for
be a
new
big
players.
one. I can't wait.
This
to
next
check
one
it
though,
out.
I think
This-
I want to
this
see this
next two-
implemented to see.
Yeah, the
exactly
next two
what
are
it
gonna be interesting. Unlocking new environmental effects on the map. I wonder what they'll do with that.
Isn't that like they did with the
like winter is like that
Yep.
winter seasons thing, or is it gonna be like?
What if it's something else?
I think it's going to be the winter seasons thing, kind of, or the what was the other one for
Halloween
Halloween.
for Dire
Halloween?
Tide.
Yeah, for Dire Tide.
They also
I
had
hope-
one for the Chinese New Year event.
Oh, that's true, they did.
I want them to do something new and interesting. Like, I'm not sure what they could do, but I want to see it. And the big one, the 13th stretch goal that we're working towards now, is to unlock the ability to customize buildings in the base.
So I don't know how that's going to work, but
I don't know either. Like, what are we gonna do for that? Do we just like open up some program and just make it ourselves, or?
I bet it's going to be a set amount of stuff you can customize, and then you'll pick a building in the.
Yeah, like you
base
get
that
different
just changes.
towers
that
or
could
something.
Yeah.
either
like that.
be really good or it can be a really massive letdown. I'm hoping it's really good.
Yeah.
It's also-
I hope they don't go overboard with it as well.
It's also not to mention the level up system this year. As two of us who have apparently more disposable income than we really need have
Yes.
already leveled ours to 100 in this call. But there was reasons for me wanting to do that.
Yes, there actually
Like-
are very good reasons.
I wanted the extra loading screens, so I got all 12 or 15 of the loading screens that they gave out now.
Yeah,
and
so
they're,
did
they're,
I.
they're gorgeous. They're
They're
gorgeous
beautiful.
art.
Do you
You
guys
put
want to
them on
go over
shuffle?
some of the bigger ones, some of the bigger levels?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
sure do that. Like we're
Yep,
gonna
the
go from
custom blink effect is
Yeah.
fantastic.
custom
That's-
Dagon effect as well.
That one's cool looking.
Yeah,
It stinks though that you only get it till July 28th though.
I guess.
Mm.
But I mean, I did it really at the end of the day for the 500-point battle booster. That's going to be consistent
Pretty much.
for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna level like mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just playing with you guys. I've leveled like 6 times in the past week.
Yeah,
And
that will usually take like 20 games pretty much for one level.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you're going to play Dota probably between now and the internationals. Time to do it. Even if you don't have a compendium, you get a percentage of everybody else's compendium points.
Yeah.
choice.
Like, oh, this is another thing that you should know. If you reach after level 100, Each 10 levels you get another immortal item, and each 100 levels, which I'm definitely not gonna get, you get another 100 points to your battle point booster.
That's amazing. Now, that's the thing. I know a couple of people that are going to have a bunch of mortal items.
Like me. Especially because the big stretch goals, like getting to level 80 and 90, you get 2 extra mortal treasures, 3 extra mortal treasures. It's quite good.
I'm gonna have to recycle to get some of these extra points.
Oh, I've thrown all my
Upgrade my
duplicates in there.
Yeah. I got like
Pays
45
recommend.
points for one.
Oh, that brings me to another point. What do you call it? Sacrificing your items? What do they call it? The
Offering.
Offering.
Yeah, the offering. Now, the thing about the offering is that for some of us, like I spend a couple of dollars here and there buying different things, so I get extras. But I feel like it's a way for people to get rid of a lot of their extra crap instead of selling
Their
it.
chests.
Yeah, that's basically
Yes.
what it was. Like, even in the earlier, when the Chinese New Year event was, you had this again, and people would just throw everything they had, all of the chests, and they get items for it, which I did. I actually traded a lot of my, like, one rare for a shit ton of chests.
Well, yeah, but did you also notice that the transmog thing kind of vanished?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I did.
They threw that away. Like, it obviously wasn't doing what they wanted it to do for getting. That was what it was supposed to be for your duplicates, was you would transmog stuff up to a different item.
Yeah,
and
but
just
it's
didn't
just
catch
worthless now.
5 rares for another rare.
Mythical?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I have a bunch that are rare for a rare or uncommon for an uncommon. And
Yeah, those are dumb. If that was like 3 rares for a mythical, I'd consider that like legit.
Yeah, if it was an upgrade or something like
Yeah,
that.
but if you sacrifice like 3 commas to get another comma, that's worthless.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like,
so
what's the point?
so they're
especially when
alternative.
they didn't originally enable the transmogs when they had made it so that there was no duplicates. So you could sometimes transmog items into the same item.
Oh,
That would be totally bogus.
Yeah.
Get rid
Yeah.
of my jug sword and 2 other things for a jug sword. Yeah,
and the same one,
yeah. That's how it's supposed to work.
but without a status effect on it.
Yeah, this one doesn't even count anything.
No, I don't get why I'm paying $10 to give them my items. It could just be me. I mean, I don't know. I don't think giving $10 to pay or to give away my items is the best way to do things. But you know, involve
Well, it's an optional choice. You could
Yeah.
also take time to try to sell or trade all your items on the market, which I don't know if you've tried, is kind of a terrible experience.
It's just tedious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no easy way to just get a bunch of items out on there, and
Yeah, like with Red Wraith Knight, I got the boost so I can buy the big chests, the ones with green crystals.
Yep.
And like I would farm. This is what I would do. I would farm the entire day. I get as much as I can. I would sell the items, buy another booster, and I'll have some money left over. And I keep doing the same thing over and over.
It's not a bad idea.
I had like
Yeah.
$20 in my Steam account after that.
Is that
Nice.
Serbian dollars or?
No, if Serbian dollars, if I had 20, that's not even $1. It's not even 20 cents. So fuck off.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. So next thing. So, with the stretch goals, what do you think some of the new stretch goals should be if they're going to implement more?
Sasha, good question.
Yeah.
Well, besides the obvious one that everyone's gonna want, techies.
Goblin techies. Oh god.
No.
I can already see it. Everyone's like already panning the shit out of that. But the thing is, he's already in the game.
Keeping up with Valve stretch goals and things, it's going to be purely cosmetic stuff. It's going to be
Yeah.
things, like it's going to be things along the lines of like they might offer more building customization, or I don't know, something like the ancient can be altered in some way, or maybe even different announcer packs, things like that, right?
Right.
well, I mean, that's Dota in a nutshell. Is you don't really get much outside of cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. Dota's made like the majority of their money off of cosmetics.
Which is a good
What
sign
the
to
fuck?
all of those other MOBAs out there who are charging people to buy heroes.
Oh yeah,
You don't need to do it. It's trash. Just
Yeah.
give everybody heroes.
Yeah, but the startup of doing something like that, the return is not that great when you'd have this Dota
Yeah, but keep in mind this
kind
is
of.
Steam, so they have the money. Valve has the
Yeah,
money.
Valve has the money to do it, and like they were
Yeah.
perfectly willing to have this just be a loss leader. I mean, at this point, it doesn't seem like it is anymore. It is, but I mean, there was a good chance this could have just been a loss leader for them, and they were just okay with that
Well, hold
because
on.
they have the money to
But
deal
you
with it.
also have what was it? The Storm, or what's the name of the one that
Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes
Yeah,
of
here's
Storm?
Yeah.
the Blizzard one.
You have
Mhm.
League of Legends, which is now viable, which is still 30
You have
million
Smite.
a month. Smite's kind of mad, but
Yeah,
what
people
was
play it.
You've got Infinite Crisis from DC. You've
Right.
We have
got
a new one that's out. What is it? Dawngate?
Dawngate?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
you still have the original port that they tried to do before League and Dota 2 took off. Heroes of
New Earth.
Heroes of New Earth.
It's still going
But
strong.
they're sort of like they're leaving Heroes of New
Yeah,
Earth because they're creating their own new MOBA.
They are?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have
And
a
most of the
feeling
players
it's gonna be
did
the same
already
thing.
switch to Dota 2. Most of the players did transition to Dota 2 eventually.
I
Yeah,
know
like-
I did.
Same here.
from League of Lesbians.
No.
No.
From Heroes of New Earth.
From Heroes of New Earth, because it's basically Dota with different graphics.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing, Dawngate. I mean, I get it that Valve and Steam and all this stuff, like, okay, they could do it, but it's viable. Dawngate could do it now, but they're still in this hero buying business.
Yeah. Well, that's because
a
with
trend.
these kind of games, that's the most viable. Like,
Way to
Option.
earn money.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and you're not wrong. It is the most viable way for them to guarantee sales. Cosmetic items, you have to have the fan base for people are already going, yeah, I'll pay $5 for a new weapon, whatever, to go like that instead of here's 4 heroes. Bored of those? Want another one?
And Valve has the money, also has the platform. Because there's not a lot of other like if you like League of Legends try to do just cosmetic stuff.
Flash?
With the skins and stuff, a lot of it comes from the community, and they have the Steam platform and Steam Workshop that allows them to just simply implement it. While other games don't have that option to easily implement, stuff that they don't even have to pay their artists to do.
I
Well-
guess I just have an issue with anything that is trying to market itself as an esport. We're granted at the top level it's a different game because they all have access to the same pool of resources, but when you're playing as a player and you're trying to get into these,
Oh yeah, I
the
had.
fact that
yeah.
you don't have all of the runes, you might not be level 30, so you don't have as many talent points in League, and you don't have access to all the heroes. It irks me on a level that is beyond explanation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and people always give this defense that, but you earn things through it. You get to learn about the game. No, that's the difference.
Yeah,
You get pushed away from the game because you aren't on the same level as everyone else.
There's two things that come from it though. When you have that sort of summoner levels, you have progression outside of the game, which makes you stick with it because you leveled your guy to level 30. Why would you transfer over to something where you'd have to start all over? Even though you have all the items, you put so much time and effort into that already that there's no reason for you to like switch over. And then you also have the other part where the League of Legends model was considered the most fair model of ways to do it with before Dota 2 came out because
But Dota 2
there was
broke that.
once Dota 2 came out, a lot of people started seeing like, hey, this is obviously the even playing ground that can be.
Yeah, there was the same problem with Heroes of New Earth, as in you had to buy heroes.
Eventually, they went that way.
Yeah,
At the start,
Well,
at the start, you got everything.
Well,
Yeah.
so that's the thing, though. I feel like places like EA's seen how it's done, and we're talking about a game here that is like still in beta, is like 2 steps behind Dota, but they're still trying to do the whole hero buying thing. I believe Total Biscuit came out with a Let's Play, and I was sitting there looking, and they don't use mana, and you can do the hero thing, but the hero buying thing is just such a garbage way of doing it. It's like EA has this thing set in their mind. It's just like with, like who here has Battlefield 4?
I do.
I do.
Okay, so Battlefield 4, what do you do as far as getting new weapons?
You level them up, or you at this point buy one of the cheater packs that lets you bypass everything.
Exactly. And I feel like that's the thing. I'm not going to pay, like, I'm already spending this money on a game. Why would you want to turn around and then do it again?
Well,
Play the game.
EA is known for double dipping. Dawngate, however, I believe was sort of an independent thing that was picked up by EA, and they started funding it. And I mean, with the model though, I don't think you have to pay for Dawngate.
No, you don't.
I
No.
think it's still in beta, though.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Here's my problem with this as well. League heroes. Why are some rated at 6,300 IP and some are rated at 1520 or whatever? That's my irk with this. Any competitive thing that's meant to be competitive should be, if you are buying it from the source, it should cost the same. It's like if you played Magic the Gathering, we're going to get super nerdy here.
Oh god.
Sure, individual cards wind up costing more once other people start reselling them.
Mhm.
But when you're talking about buying things directly from Wizards of the Coast, the producer of that game, a pack of cards is $5 no matter what,
Right.
because there's no guarantee of what you get in it. So yes, you might get something better, but it's evening it out. You spend $10, another guy spends $10, it's to a chance. League, I think that all the heroes should be balanced better so that they all cost the same money. They don't try to make more for their new heroes. But there are...
Yeah, this is the big thing about it. When they release a new hero, for the first week, you can only buy it through RP, which is their currency that you have to pay
I
with
thought it
real
was also like-
money.
I thought it was also worth like 7,200 IP though, for that first
Yeah,
week.
but no, it's after the first week. I'm not sure if they changed. I haven't been back in League for a long time. But in the beginning, like it was always, when the hero gets released, the first week you can only buy it using the real life money currency that they transformed into RP
hmm
for the whole first week. So it was kind of taking advantage by paying real life money to get to know the hero better early.
I don't know. I personally feel like the whole thing. It'd be like, okay, Shadow Demon. We talked about Shadow Demon, how it's going to be a top tier support.
Alright.
Picture having to pay $5 for Shadow Demon.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, like that's exactly it. That would be...
Yeah, the
right,
constant balancing of the game does affect it. It does affect like whether the heroes, the buy model, a lot. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in a game like Dota where changes are frequently done. Like very frequently, surprisingly frequently.
Yeah,
And
that
it-
would...
it-
That would also bug me if I paid, what equivalent, because I think some of those heroes in League wind up coming up to like $10 when you pay real money if you buy them the first day or something like that.
Yeah.
If I paid $10 for a hero one week and then next week it got nerfed, oh man.
Yeah, that happened to a few of my friends, like because they play LOL, unfortunately. And yeah, unfortunately. And they bought a hero named, I don't know, Kassadin or whatever. And
Kassadin?
yeah, first day after they bought it, he got nerfed. And they basically raged.
Well, yeah, because you buy it because you expect it to be a certain way, and then it gets changed. It's almost like you've changed the value of what I've purchased now by your own model.
Yeah. Like imagine, like we were talking, if your Shadow Demon is worth like $5 now, and for instance, you buy Skeleton King when he was $10, and suddenly he gets nerfed, and he's now worth $2, and you can buy him for $2. You spent $8 more than you should have then,
Oh,
just because of the time difference.
Yeah.
Do you guys, Victor, can you pull up the compendium real quick? I want to go through some of the things. We're getting way off track, though. It's pretty funny.
What you need?
I want to go over some of the things for the qualifiers, the most played, least played, all that crap.
Okay. So you want to go predictions?
Yes. Let's hit up the predictions real quick before we end this.
Okay, let's do this.
Victor, if you can, just start off at the beginning. I kind of want to call some of these out and see what
All
we
right.
have.
So, and starting off the qualifier predictions, you start in a single game. Who gets the most kills across both teams? Like in a game, how many kills do you think will be?
Ooh, I think we've seen several, actually.
I went for 81 to 100.
Yeah, I
81 to
think-
100.
81 to 100
Yeah.
sounds
Have we seen an 80 anything higher than 80 so far?
Orange and Maneski. 81
Really?
to 100,
Yeah.
I'd say at least.
Really?
So they wound up with like 40 and 40. It was like watching one of our games.
Oh, 40 is
Yeah.
Ouchies.
Oh, I gotta change that then if they want 40 and 40.
Yeah,
It was something like that. Double check
Yeah,
it, but you
I
still
said
have 5
60.
days to finalize that. So
Yeah.
Okay, largest crit.
think 5,000 maybe?
1,000? I think no, because Brewmaster has had a couple of high crits, and then you also have Shadow Demon, who's been doing some really nasty damage if he gets a Daedalus.
Give me
Uh-huh.
Shafiend.
I have 1,600 to 1,800.
Have
You
we
mean-
seen it?
Yeah, I have the same one, and you meant Shadow Fiend, not Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
and he's been picked a lot too.
Yeah, he's been surprisingly well picked.
So highest GPM is next.
Okay, since there's not an alchemist in the game at
So
all.
yeah,
Not-
so far I haven't seen anything. I've seen 790 about.
I say 801 to 900.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
have,
I would put too.
if somebody goes,
Yeah.
but
I
so
mean,
far the most farm I've seen was 790 or 770.
so has it been done yet, or will it be done?
I don't think it has been done, but I think there's a good chance that a Shadow Fiend will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Or
there
an
is one
anti-mage
page,
if he gets back.
Wait for Chinese Dota.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's where you're going to see the 4 Protect 1 situation come in, where you're going to have the
Mhm.
carry just farm for the first half an hour.
Well,
pretty
that's
much.
true.
Okay, so latest first blood.
9 to 10 minutes. 9 to 11.
I think
Has
I've
that already
seen-
happened?
I think I've seen the latest I've seen is 9.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, career kills
5.
Is it 5 total or 5 in a match?
in a match.
5 or more.
5 or more in a match, oh, I might be a little high.
So far,
It happened.
so far I've only seen 2 in a match. One of them, it was a match where they had a bounty hunter and he picked off the crow twice.
I feel like I
Alright.
saw it 3 times during one game. I'm not sure which though. But I said I put 3 on either way.
And then earliest Roshan.
Oh wait, I just remember this means both sides.
They
So
came,
both sides.
yes, they came really close in one game to being before the horn, but they killed it shortly after the horn was blown.
I still
Dang.
think it's going to stick to mostly after the horn.
Hmm
Yeah, it's too risky, especially at high tier. We don't know about the Chinese though.
Yeah, see the Chinese and then European teams. I think Chinese teams are gonna find a way to do it.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think, who's the last team I saw do it? It was Alliance, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also remember Alliance did all those plays by trolling people into Roche.
Yeah, exactly. Like that.
Yeah.
So latest first blood might be like before the horn, considering Alliance will play. But this qualifier, so who knows?
What was the game in the internationals where they had a total team wipe on both sides through doing like level 1 Roche? I think it was last year.
Do not remember.
Don't remember.
I still think it was like Alliance and someone else.
Do not remember.
All right. So continuing, now this is across all games in the qualifier. Number of rampages.
Have we seen one yet?
I don't
haven't
think
a
I've seen
single
It's gonna
one.
be low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be very low.
If anything, it's going to be like what are the options? Like 1 to
0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15.
It'll be 0 to 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills by neutrals,
Okay,
including Roshan.
this one's interesting.
Yeah, this is an entire
So,
skill one.
I
Like,
think
how
I've
many-
seen already 2 so far.
Yeah, I've seen at
7.
least 2.
7?
7.
Yeah,
I have 9
like the
to 12
first game
down.
I watched, there were 3 neutral kills because people want to get back to base quicker.
Hmm.
Huh.
So they low tier supports like when they're jungling, they're out of mana. They just buy items and then suicide to creeps.
Poor supports.
Well, fair enough, I guess. I never thought of doing it, but
Yeah,
You
I
just
have
get it.
heard of that before, them doing that. I just haven't seen that many of it.
Well, I mean, whatever floats your boat. If that's the best way to do it, I expect to see more of it in the international.
Allied hero denies.
Okay, this one's weird.
This comes down to how many poison-based people are being played, and
So-
I haven't seen many.
I've seen
Only
one
Doom.
deny so far.
Only Doom.
Yeah.
So
Wrong
yeah,
one.
it's like Doom and Vino. That's it.
No, we have Quap. Quap set up a tick, and what is it? Brewmaster had to deny his Marana.
So
Yeah.
I've only seen one quap though so far.
I've seen a few.
Have you?
I've seen
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen one.
I also seen only one deny total.
I still
I've
have mine
only
set
seen
pretty
one
low.
deny.
I have
So
mine set pretty low.
I think it's gonna be like 6 to 8.
That's what I have set for the whole qualifier.
That's pretty expensive.
But we don't know what Chinese are gonna do. They might pick Venos. Who knows?
Maybe. Ward's got a buff.
Yeah.
Yes,
They didn't
Total
get
courier kills.
this is gonna probably be high.
Mm,
But that's
How? Well, see, this
They
is like
average about one a match, maybe one every 2 or 3 matches.
and how many matches are there?
When-
That's the thing, right?
54 to 59.
Yeah. So
21 to 25 or 16 to 20.
probably 16 to... Well, no, 21, 25 sounds about right.
Yeah, because there can be multiple snipes in the game.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
longest game time. Have we had anything that's come close to 80, like an hour and a bit? 20
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah, most of was it CMB that had a lot of in the American qualifiers that had a lot of people from China that played like really late games.
Well, yeah, but it seems like the range on this is a little excessive. 121 minutes or longer? 2 hours? No way.
Yeah, I know.
If we see that, I'm gonna clap.
Like, I'm
it's
going for
gonna be-
71 to 80.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere in there.
It's-
71 to 80, 81 to 90.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said 71 to 80. But who knows? Maybe Chinese play extreme rat Dota and it's not gonna finish ever.
Oh man, we just had a Rat Dota game yesterday. That was so
Somebody
annoying
gonna ask.
that we had to
Yeah,
win.
we had a PL Phantom. So we had a PL, Nature's Prophet, Brood, Keeper, and Veno. Try dealing with that shit.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine how fun that would be.
Shortest game. I've seen one that hit 15 minutes already.
Yeah, I
Really?
said 16 to 13 to 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age of Snatches.
I've seen one.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
I don't know how many there will be.
Hold on, say that again?
Age of Snatches.
Oh, ages. I know I've seen at least one from Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
So what do we say? 4 to 6 or 7 to 9?
I have 1 to 3 still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
same
I
here.
have.
Yeah, I had that on.
Because a lot of their more mobile heroes, they haven't been picking too much. I've seen a few that could snatch the Aegis would be, we have the Storm Spirit, which I've seen once. I've seen a Nyx Assassin once. But I don't think it's going to happen that often.
It's probably not gonna happen. What? Okay, next page. Let's see.
Alright. In a single game now again, hero with the most kills. I put Shadow Fiend.
That's what I put.
I put Morphling, surprisingly.
Morphling, I have seen quite a bit of Morphling. But
Yeah.
I just don't think when he gets like stompy, I haven't seen him be as stompy as a Shadow Fiend though.
Yeah, that is very true. That's the thing. I think Shadow Fiend's actually what I have as well. Of course, I can't check right now because I'm recording, but whatever. Oh,
I can check for you. I
You
can
can-
check for you, Stick.
Check my
I can see
compendium.
your. Yep.
Eh.
Yeah, just give me your account and stuff. And
So we'll see what he has. On a side note though, deaths, I put Disruptor. He's being picked a lot, and
Yeah,
he's easily
Disruptor.
focusable.
I have
I
Shadow
Shadow
Demon.
Demon.
Yeah,
I also have Shadow Demon.
because he's been in every game, so the
Okay, so this is
likeliness
what he
is.
said.
He's just
you
got more
said
escape.
Shadow Demon.
Well, that's the
Does-
thing, though. Disruptor, I think, is probably as picked as Shadow Demon.
Yes, they
Ah.
have been actually quite even on picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, let's see here. We can probably look this up. Because I know Disruptor has been in a lot of them, but not every single one like Shadow Demon has.
Yeah, because Disruptor gets banned as well, while Shadow Demon always sneaks through.
hmm
See, okay, so This is Seek. Seek said Shadow Fiend with most kills, Shadow Demon with most deaths.
Yeah.
Here with most assists, AA.
I put Shadow Demon as well for most
I
assists.
have Keeper.
I have Venom answer for
I'm
mine.
debating between Keeper and Shadow Demon.
Now that's the thing. I thought Keeper with his new buffs would probably get more play too. But
Yeah,
not so
he's-
much.
But I have seen him though in a few games. He hasn't been as much as Shadow Demon, but I think in the games that he's in, he might get more assists.
Maybe.
Eh,
Okay, so here with the most last hits, guys. What
Shadow
do you think?
Fiend. Shadow Fiend.
I believe
Yeah.
for sure.
Highest GPM, Shadow Fiend.
I put
I
Luna
said-
for both of those.
I said Luna and Chaos Knight. So Luna with most last hits and Chaos Knight with highest GPM.
I'm just seeing like how many times I've seen Shadow Fiend picked, and then the play that's been of the Shadow Fiend. Like he seems to be the carry of choice so far, and he's been getting high GPM doing so.
Guys, remember, there's still the
The Chinese could
Dota.
totally turn everything upside down, but as far as I can tell, that's yeah.
I've got
That's the
5
current
days to
gear.
change it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Batrider.
if they
Batrider will be never played. You know, they'll just
No,
go
he
for
was
like some of
played.
the some
He
of
was
the most
already
off
played.
people. Everything will be opposite land. And that's going to be
Yeah.
the thing in Chinese Dota, I guess.
Hero with the most tower damage. I'm debating between Shadow Fiend or what is it now that we have the Dragon Knight with the level 2 ult? He could be.
I still went for Death Prophet.
Yeah.
I was gonna go for
Death
Lone
Prophet just
Druid.
keeps getting banned though.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in a game yet.
I've seen her.
I've seen
I've seen her in a few.
the
I put Tiny for mine.
now, see, that's the thing. Wasn't it the orange Mineski game that they had the DP and she wrecked mid towers up until the base.
Yeah, like that's what I figured. Is I'm just trying to figure out what hero would do the most direct damage to a tower.
Pugna?
Maybe, but I haven't seen him played.
Yeah, I haven't seen a
Yeah.
single. I think I've seen one.
Nora Lone
Pugna.
Druid.
I haven't seen him played either.
Yeah, I'm saying Nora Lone Druid. They haven't been
Yeah.
picked at all.
So I still went with DP for now. We'll see how it goes over the next couple
Yeah.
matches. But
Here with the highest healing.
I went with Chen. I just have to.
Well,
I
yeah.
put,
We
I
haven't
put Dazzle
seen
for
one,
that
actually.
one.
I put Dazzle, but I haven't seen Dazzle either.
I
So
got
I've seen a
Witch
couple
Doctor.
of
What I
a couple
think-
of Dazzle games.
what I think I might do though is I might put in who
I
is
put
he?
in Witch Doctor.
Darkseer, because he's always in a lot of games and he's getting a mech.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always the mech carrier.
Yeah, and he's kind of gotta be though. What's next on there?
Across all qualifiers, heroes with the most kill, I still have Shadow Fiend.
Of course.
Same here. Okay,
Here's
here's
with the
most deaths.
Disruptor, again, for me, but
Yeah.
I put Shadow Demon for that one.
I put Disruptor for that one too. For
Yeah, I agree with Destructor pick on this one.
heroes with the most assist, Shadow Demon again for me, but again, that's up in the air.
I said Darkseer with the most assists because he's getting picked a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And the
I
next
put
one's pretty
AA for
valid.
that one.
Who was
Yeah,
picked
see,
the
that's one
most?
I had
Shadow
AA.
Demon?
Well, who has been picked the most?
Shadow Demon.
I believe Mirana or Shadow Demon or Treant. No, Treant has been banned a few times. So
I'm going with Mirana.
Yeah, that
yeah,
Mirana,
because
man. Bane of
Mirana's
everybody's
been in
existence.
every game as well, almost.
Yeah.
And banned the most. I've seen a lot of Batrider bans.
And
I've
a
seen
lot of
American
Lycan bans as well.
in the North American qualifiers alone, I believe it was banned.
It was banned or picked in every game.
I think it
The
was
same goes
banned
for
at
Lycan.
least 90%, I think is what I saw on Beyond the Summit.
Yeah, same goes for Lycan. Like, he has made it through once with Batrider at his side on the same team.
Yeah. A lot of the picks seem to be very picks and bans seem to across all the games be very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here are the most First Bloods. This can be anyone.
Yeah, this is
yeah,
kinda
that's
hard
a
to
toss.
Yeah, this
say.
really could be anyone.
Now,
I said
see,
Nyx.
yeah, but I'm trying to think here of
I'm
who.
thinking either Mirana or Shadow Demon, just because that lane has been happening so much and they often get the first blood.
Yeah, true.
I agree with that one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Mirana for now.
Yeah, I think Mirana would probably be the best one. What's next?
Probably.
Number of
number
heroes
of
never
heroes
picked or banned.
Uh-huh.
I put 11 to 15 for this one.
That's a lot.
That's all it was last year.
I think
Never
going with...
pick your band.
Well, like, I'm trying to think here of heroes that are never picked or banned, period.
I have about 11 to 15.
Well,
I put
can you
6 to
name
10.
can you name it?
Because a lot of ones that are never even like picked or banned are those carries that, they're just better carries.
Ricky?
With a lot of the supports, from what I've seen, pretty much any support is viable, and depending on what build you're going.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on the strat.
So I'm just trying to like narrow down all the carries that will never be used because they're just better carries.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
That was it for qualifiers.
That's
That's
for it for
awesome.
prediction. Next is favorite teams and all-star match.
Yeah, and all that. So
And then we have the Arcana showdown.
All right, well, I guess that's going to do it for us today. So I guess next week maybe we'll have to talk about the conclusion of the South Asia Qualifiers and, of course, the infamous Chinese ones. I believe Chinese are next after that,
Yeah.
which are going to be like their own little internationals.
Yeah, they're having a LAN party for theirs.
Yeah. Land party over here. All right, guys. So we're going to try this once a week, maybe? Something like that. Seems like...
we'll see.
We'll see.
Really
We'll
depends
see
on time.
We'll see if Bannock can make it. That's alright, you guys are
I'm a
replacing
very busy man.
Alright, guys. Well, I guess that does it for us. As always, feel free to like and subscribe. Gentlemen, say goodbye.
Adios, sell the cheese.
And just,
Bye.
See ya, everyone.
oh,
Goodbye.
the love.